What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Darian, and here on the YouTube platform, I am affectionately known as the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. On this channel, I focus on fragrances and fashion, so how you can look good, smell amazing each and every day. So if that sounds interesting to you, I invite you to go ahead and click the subscribe button and go ahead and hit the bell icon as well. That way you get notified every time I release a new video. You guys do know that it's free to hit subscribe, right? Okay, just thought I'd let you know. So on today's video, guys, I want to be talking about my most complimented designer fragrances from the year of 2020. Now, this year has been a challenging year, a different year to say the least, and it's honestly affected how we wear fragrances and the whole element of wearing fragrance, because folks a lot of times have been wearing masks. Now, I fortunately have been in a situation where I did have to quarantine and things were shut down here where I'm located for about 2 months, and then after that, I was back out there and I was back at work. So although things have been different, I still have been out and about for the majority of the year, still having to work, of course. Well, I have still had the chance to be around folks and still wear fragrances. So the compliments, of course, were not as frequent as they were or have been in years past, but I did still receive some compliments with the fragrances that I wore. So with that being said, if you want to hear what 10 designer fragrances from my collection got me the most compliments this year, you know the routine. Keep it locked right here. All right, guys, I'm back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's go ahead and jump right into the list today. So starting with the 10th fragrance, and these really aren't in a particular order, but these are just the 10 fragrances that I've received the most compliments on. So the first one, this one was released this year from the house of Giorgio Armani, and this is Acqua di Gio Profondo. Acqua di Gio Profondo, you still get the DNA of the original Acqua di Gio, but as I would describe it, with some very blue aquatic type undertones to this as well. So again, this is a scent that is very mass appealing. And as you guys know, these are the type of scent DNAs that are just going to get compliments from people. I mean, the average person just thinks that this kind of fragrance just smells good. So with that being said, this one did pull in some compliments for me this year. So the first fragrance that I want to mention today from the house of Giorgio Armani is Acqua di Gio Profondo. The next fragrance that I want to highlight comes from the house of Hermes, and this was Thierry de Hermes. Thierry de Hermes, this being one of the fragrances that I really genuinely like to wear in an office setting, quite naturally, this is one that I wear often because I'm in an office environment. So this one always seems to do the trick for me. It pairs very well with a suit, a shirt, and tie. So again, that orange, masculine vetiver fragrance, which is Thierry de Hermes, always does the trick for me as it relates to compliments. It just plays very well when you're suited and booted. So the second fragrance that I want to mention today on my most complimented fragrances of 2020 is from the house of Hermes, and again, this one is Thierry de Hermes. All right, guys, the next fragrance up on the list, this one comes from the house of Azzaro, and this is Wanted by Night. Wanted by Night. Guys, this fragrance is moving up on my list of some of my favorite designer fragrances of all time. This fragrance gives you that kind of apple, cinnamon kind of vibe to me as well. Again, I've said this before, I like the DNA of the original, but this took that DNA to the next level. And I'm just telling you right now, it's a very mass appealing, complimented fragrance. People just like the way this stuff smells, and one of the things that helps with getting compliments on this one is the fact that it's such a solid performer. So folks don't have to be that close to you to really pick this fragrance up, because this is a major projector. So this one is going to really project off of your skin, which again, that really helps with people complimenting the scent. So if they can pick it up and smell you, and of course it smells good, a lot of times folks are more compelled to say, hey, you really smell nice today. So the third fragrance that I want to mention today from the house of Azzaro is Wanted by Night. And next up on the list, this fragrance continues to do the job in the compliment category, and I'm talking about from the house of Prada. This is Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. Very, very, very popular and mass appealing DNA on this scent right here. Does resemble Dior Sauvage, but again, I like the lavender note in this one that gives it, you know, kind of a different vibe that you're gonna pick up from Dior Sauvage. It's more smoother, if I'm being quite honest with you, than Sauvage, but nonetheless, it's definitely a great fragrance, a mass appealing scent. As you guys can see, I've been really knocking this bottle out. Probably gonna have to get another one soon, but it's just one that I like to throw on because again, it's easy to wear and of course it gets compliments. So from the house of Prada, one of my most complimented fragrances of 2020, this one right here is Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. You guys know I'm always enjoying my cup of coffee. Fragrances and coffee, what a combination. Moving on to the next fragrance. Another fragrance that seems to show up on this list quite often when you talk about compliments. It is what it is, guys. If you want somebody to make something up and say, hey, these 10 fragrances you never heard of before got compliments, then I'm pretty sure there's a channel that's going to give you that. I'm going to tell you guys the truth and the real deal with me. It has to be a fragrance, of course, that I've worn, and a fragrance, of course, that actually gets compliments. So some of these are your usual suspects, but I just got to keep it a buck with you. So coming in next on the list from the house of Chanel, this is Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Bleu de Chanel Parfum. I wear this in a lot of different settings. I wear it to work, but I like to wear it in more casual situations as well. This is versatile. You can wear it any time of the year. And again, guys, these type things are elements that contribute to the compliment factor. Does it smell good? What settings can you wear it? How often can you wear it? Can you just wear it in spring or summer, or is it more year round? So if you can wear a fragrance year round, it's gonna be worn more, of course, get more compliments. That's this one right here, Bleu de Chanel from Chanel. It's just a very mass appealing DNA, of course. It's a fragrance that folks just seem to be really drawn to when you wear it. It just smells good, bottom line, and it gets compliments. So that being said, of course, it made the list. It is what it is from the house of Chanel. This is Bleu de Chanel Parfum. The next fragrance on the list today of my most complimented fragrances from the year of 2020 from the house of Valentino. This is the original Valentino Uomo. I'm a huge fan of Valentino Uomo Intense, but my initial love came from Valentino Uomo, guys. This is a sexy, sexy fragrance. You can wear it pretty much anywhere, suited and booted, office. It's going to work well for you. This one actually just has that very creamy and smooth vibe to it. And it's one that when people get in your radius, now this one isn't a huge projector. The Intense version projects more than this one, but when folks get into your bubble, man, within that, you know, that foot or so of you, and you're wearing this, it's just one of those fragrances where people say, hey, you know, that smells good. What are you wearing? That's this fragrance right here. I love this stuff. Again, I love the Intense, but this was the original one that attracted me to the Valentino line. From the house of Valentino, this is Valentino Uomo. All right, guys, and next we're going to the house of Christian Dior. Again, you know what this one is. This is Dior Sauvage Parfum. Dior Sauvage Parfum. And I will say this, as long as I am wearing this, I'm pretty sure it's going to be on the most complimented fragrance list of the year. Again, I'm not going to make anything up, guys, and make this thing sound sexier than what it is or more interesting. It is what it is. This fragrance, as long as I wear it, people compliment me on this. It just is what it is. I recall wearing this fragrance earlier this year, and I was walking by a group of females where I work, and I could hear the oohs and ahs and the ums when I got down the hallway. I could still hear them saying, wow, he smelled great, just from walking past. That's what this fragrance does, guys. So folks out there that are fans of this, you know what this fragrance is, and you know what this fragrance does. It's a highly complimented fragrance from the house of Christian Dior, and it will always be that way, I'm sure, as long as I'm wearing it. From the house of Christian Dior, this is Dior Sauvage Parfum. All right, guys, and the next fragrance on this list of my most complimented designer fragrances from 2020 is this one from Tom Ford, Noir Extreme. That's right, my baby made the list again this year because I wear it so often. My bottle is down to right here now, guys, so this year, 2021, I am sure I'm going to have to get a new bottle. Now, I told you guys before, when I wear this fragrance, I like to wear it with the body spray as well. This is not a huge projector, but the body spray really helps with projecting. So you get a little bit better performance overall with this fragrance by combining this one with the body spray for this one right here. But it's a sexy scent. People really like this fragrance when they pick it up. And again, I highly recommend you getting the body spray if you can, because it does help with projection overall. So coming in at what I would call the third spot on this list today from the house of Tom Ford, this is Noir Extreme. All right, guys, and the next fragrance that I want to highlight that got me pretty significant compliments and positive attention this year comes from the house of YSL, and this is L'Homme Ultime. L'Homme Ultime. They say there's rose in this. I don't pick up a whole lot of rose, but it's just a very, very mass appealing, again, scent that people really seem to be drawn to when I wear it. Again, this one as well is not really a big performer, but it performs well enough where if people get into your bubble, they're gonna pick it up, and it smells really, really great, guys. I think this one has been discontinued, but right now you can still find it at various places out there on the market. So while it's still available, guys, I would recommend highly picking up a bottle of this one right here, because again, it does draw in the compliments. At least it does for me, from the house of YSL. This is L'Homme Ultime. And last but not least on the list today, guys, this fragrance definitely does it in the complimented category from the house of Viktor and Rolf. This is Spice Bomb Extreme. Spice Bomb Extreme. So if you like the original Spice Bomb, I am sure you would love Spice Bomb Extreme, because it took that scent DNA to the next level, guys. They amped up the vanilla in this one, and I love that. It smells absolutely amazing. Oh man, this is just one that people just can't seem to walk past and not give a compliment, or at least make an inquiry about this fragrance when I'm wearing this one. So it's one, again, great for the fall and winter season that definitely pulls in the compliments. I included this on my top 10 designer list this year. I've been wearing it quite a bit over the past 2 months or so, and it's been just pulling in the compliment for me when I wear it. So the last fragrance that I want to mention today comes from the house of Viktor and Rolf, and this one right here is Spice Bomb Extreme. Like I told you, the compliments on this one are explosive. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is my time. I hope you enjoyed this video as I chronicled my top 10 most complimented designer fragrances from the year of 2020. So if you guys don't mind, down in the comment section, go ahead and drop it down below and tell me what were some of your most complimented fragrances, designer fragrances of the year of 2020. If you were able to get out there and mingle and picked up some compliments, I would love to know what were some of your most complimented fragrances as well. I always appreciate your time and attention to these videos, because of course I know you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're right here with me, and I sincerely appreciate that. Now don't forget, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe, and share these videos out to folks that you think could use this information or find me entertaining, because I'm your guy, Darian, the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell amazing. So until next time, guys, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.